Hey everybody, this is Luke again with another lab video. So today we are going to be checking out some OSPF and configuring that today. So OSPF stands for Open Shortest Path First. It's a very vital and important networking protocol that helps networking flow a little faster and easier. It's also it can be a replacement to IP routing. So let's jump into it and configure a little bit, shall we? So today, what we're gonna do is first get into our running configuration or our CLI and remove any static routes. So we'll do enable configuration terminal, and this is already named. So I'm gonna do show run. And so we are going to remove every single one of these. So we are going to do no, and then we are going to copy this, and we are going to paste that in to erase it, and then we're just going to edit the rest from there. So this is going to be a 30.0, 25.0, 10.2, okay? And then we are going to do the, looks like we also have the 50 for the 10.2 as well. And then lastly, we are going to do the 50 for the 40.2. Okay, so that's going to be done. Now for router 1, while we're here, I do see a downed interface. I'm going to give it 001, so let me sure it's down on this router's end and not the other one. So I'm going to do show IP interface brief, and it looks like we are up for G01, so it's probably on the other router's end, so we'll get to that a little later. So we'll go ahead and do router 2, and remove all the static routes from there. So we'll do enable, show run, and then we will get to the static routes, which is right here, and we only have 2 to go through, so we're going to do configure terminal, IP routes, and copy this. Actually meant to put no here, so let me erase this and put no. And then paste this in. Okay, that has been erased. And then we need to do 10.1. Okay. Looks like I skipped one, so let's do router 3. So we will do enable, show run, and remove all these. So we will do configure terminal, IP or no. Copy this first one and paste it in. That one's erased. Then we'll do the same thing here. Do so this is a 0.0, and then this is a 255.0.0, and then we have a 30.2. Okay, so we have another 20.1 here, so I'm going to go up twice to retrieve our commands. So this is also the 0.0 network, so we'll do that. Can you change that to 0 as well? There we go. Alright, so it's router 3. And now we're on router 4. So we'll go into the CLI and do enable, show run. Let it give us the running the static routes, and then so we'll do configure terminal. Then we'll do no. Copy this. Paste that in, and that top one is erased, and then we will do 10.0, and that is on the 30.1, so we're good. And then we will do the 40.0, and that's going to be on the 30.1, and then we will remove it from the 50.2 as well. Make sure those are all removed. And they are. Okay. So we'll do router 5 now, and then we shall do the CLI, enable, show run. Let's go down to the IP routes, and we'll remove these two. So we'll do configure terminal, no, copy, paste, and then we'll move it from the 40.1. Alright, now that we're all clear, let me go ahead and re-enable this interface. So we'll do show IP interface brief, and then we will turn on the G000 interface. So we'll do configure terminal, int G000, no shutdown. Alright, so we should all be up. So we're all green there. So let's configure some OSPF. So what we'll do is be in configuration mode, and we'll put in the command router OSPF 1, and we will give it a router ID of 1.1.1, and then we will put in the networks. So we got 10.1, 40.1, 50, okay, so networks 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. Or what we can also do is the 192.168.0.0. Similar to how we're doing the IP routing, where it encapsulated all networks on the 192.168 network. It's going to do the same thing. So, but for this one, we're going to use wildcard masks, which is the opposite of the subnet mask. So instead of doing the 255.255.255.0, we're going to do 0.0.0.0.255. So it's the opposite of the subnet mask. So, and then we're going to put it in area 0. Area is really important for when you put a network command first here. Area is very important for OSPF. If you're not putting your networks in the same area, then they will not connect. I think I missed. I think I did not do that mask right. So then let me erase this and then redo it. I think we need to do the 255 here as well. I did the no command. Okay. So let's go ahead and make sure that we have it configured how we want it, and it looks like we do. Alright, so for router 2, we're going to do the same thing effectively. So we're going to do a router OSPF 1, network 192.168.0.0, 0.0.255.255, area 0. And then we're going to do router ID 2.2.2.2. It looks like we need to do clear IP OSPF process because we did the network first. So we'll do clear IP OSPF process. Alright. As you can see, OSPF formed a neighbor adjacency, which is what it can do when it discovers networks. And it forms adjacency with neighbor networks, so any network next to each other, it will form that adjacency. So we're going to do the same thing for router 3. So we'll do, or router 2, we'll do IP OSPF 1, router OSPF 1 actually, and we're going to do network 192.168.0.0, and then we're going to do 0.0.255.255 area 0. And router ID 3.3.3.3. And end clear IP OSPF process. Alright, and as you can see here, the router did form the adjacency. So we should be good to go there. So we'll do the same thing over here. I think we're doing it right. Let me just double check and confirm. Yeah, okay. So we'll do router OSPF 1, and then we're going to do router ID port up 4, network 192.168.0.0, 0.0.255.255, area 0. I should be forming an adjacency here shortly. Yep, there it is. And then we're going to do the same thing for up here. So we'll do router OSPF 1, network ID 5.5.5.5. Oh, router ID, no network ID. So go ahead and change that. Then network 192.168.0.0, 0.0.255.255, area 0. And alright, and as you can see, it forms two neighbors this time, one with router 1 and then the one with router 4, because they were directly connected interfaces, which it will do. As you can see, OSPF is a more automated approach to routing and connecting routes. So now we should be able to ping across the network. So we'll do, we're going to ping here to make sure that we're all up and going. So we're going to do ping 192.168.30.2, and we are all successful. And we're going to do the show IP route command, and it should give us a bunch of routes. And we have quite a few OSPF routes here. Looks like we have 3 of them. And then, yeah, we should be all good. OSPF is all set up, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.